Hello everyone, John Tabor from UDS Brown & Brown Dealer Services. Today's F&I managers face many challenges during their typical workday. They deal with an assortment of responsibilities, process, situations, and priorities that compete for their time. Unfortunately, if the finance manager isn't careful, they can develop a present bias, which is a productivity killer. The present bias in F&I refers to the tendency of the F&I manager to give stronger weight or a bias to what is urgent and in front of them right now. This bias gives them a false sense of productivity because they seem to be getting a lot of things done. They feel productive because they're busy, and that's gratifying in the short term. Unfortunately, busy and productive are not the same thing. Have you ever had one of those days where you were really busy all day long, putting out multiple fires, being pulled in all different directions, but at the day's end you realize you really hadn't accomplished anything you wanted to get done? If so, chances are you had a present bias for most of the day. The F&I present bias is a trap because it keeps F&I managers from making time for the important tasks that support their long-term goals, such as increasing income through growth and development, or important tasks such as self-evaluation, planning, training, as well as others. The F&I present bias compels F&I managers to move these important but not urgent tasks down on their priority list to the "I know it's important, but I'll have to get to it later" category. Unfortunately, in many instances, later doesn't come, and F&I managers don't grow and develop and evolve. They just burn out. So how can F&I managers avoid the trap? By learning to recognize what is urgent but not important because it doesn't support their priorities or their goals. This just takes a little practice, but when mastered, can make a significant difference in productivity. When interrupted with an urgent request, ask yourself how this request supports my top priority of delivering the vehicle and meeting your production goals. If it doesn't, it's just urgent, not urgent and important. To help, here's a short list of urgent and important tasks that support delivering the vehicle and your production goals. Urgent and important tasks include introducing yourself and interviewing the customer, presenting a menu, consultation request from the sales manager, or a callback from a lender on a waiting customer. It's a short list. Make these urgent and important tasks your unbreakable priorities. When faced with those urgent interruptions you face every day, ask yourself this: does this task or request support my goals and priorities in F&I? If the answer is no, then the task request should be reprioritized. If the answer is yes, get it done now. You can reprioritize all the other tasks and requests that don't support your goals and your priorities to a time that works for you. What you'll find is many of these tasks and the people who request them to be done will stop coming to you. The interesting thing about F&I and the present bias is that if you don't have it or refuse to have it, the people that keep interrupting you will find somebody else to interrupt and get them to drop what they're doing and help them with their priority or their goal. The top F&I managers know the difference between what is urgent and what is both urgent and important. And that is how they avoid the present bias trap. And that's your tip of the week. For a transcript, email me at jtabor@udsdealerservices.com, or if you'd like to enroll in our free newsletter.